How's it going, fam? It's Erica with Not Your Average EDC. Happy Valentine's Day. It is a gorgeous day here in New Hampshire. A day full of love and happiness. So happy Valentine's Day to you and your knives, and you and our knives. I have some things I want to go over today. This is going to be kind of just a random video, answering a couple of questions for you guys that I've been getting, and going over some stuff about the Chris Reeve knives and this bad boy that just came in last night. We're doing a Randy Johnson car video because I am obsessed with his content, and my friend put this on there yesterday, and this is a Randy Johnson exclusive. He used to do these lanyards all the time. So I had my friend follow his tutorial, and now I finally have one because I can't do it myself. So let's answer a couple of questions that I've been getting. We have a lot of new subscribers. We're going to do a full Q&A at some point with Nicole, but just answering a few really funny ones that I've gotten the past few days. Yeah, let's get into it. So the first one is, are you a boy or a girl? Neither. So, ironic story, hear me out. I was actually created in a petri dish on Erica's planet. And 3 days after I was born from the petri dish, it was discovered, if you will, that not only was I allergic to Chinese knives, but I also can't drink water unless it has pine needles in it. And my best friends are dogs. And I'm not even a boy or a girl, right? I mean, how can you tell? Look at me. My name's Erica. How could you tell if I was a boy or a girl? You can't, because I'm neither. I was born in a petri dish, right? I can be whatever I want. So yeah, definitely not a girl. No way. Definitely not a boy. Just an alien. Another question I get a lot, and I'm going to answer this because it's Valentine's Day, is, are you in a relationship? No. I mean, the only relationship I would really consider worthy of talking about is my relationship with your mother, with your mom. I see her multiple times a week, and she's got a special place in my heart. So, other than that, I'm not really seeing anybody, kind of just obsessed with your mom. That's about it. And the third question that I get a lot is, do you have a favorite folding knife? I used to. Not really anymore. I feel like my taste kind of changes as I test more and more knives. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm really digging the Chris Reeve knives lately because I'm noticing a lot of things during this testing that I didn't notice before. And these definitely hold a very special place in my heart. I'm going to get into why they do in this video, but I'll just preface with the fact that, I'm really starting to understand why these were made and why people are so obsessed with them. So let's get into that right now, actually. I had something very fun come in last night as a gift. So one of my best friends in the whole world, Jeremy, sent this to me as a gift. And this is, obviously a 940 reblade, right? So we have the rock scale design titanium graphite critter scales for the 940 Osborne. We have blue Flytanium hardware other than the pivot. And then we have a reblade on here from Rec Custom Blades. This is my first ever blade from him. And this is in crew wear, treated very, very high with a very thin grind. And I am obsessed with that blade shape and the jimping and the slicing capability and the length of the edge, everything, the shape, everything that this offers is very much up my alley, if you will. However, I've only owned it for 12 hours, and I already put a massive chip in the edge. How? I don't know. I genuinely don't. Maybe I was breathing too heavy next to it. But there's a massive chip. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Oh, we might be able to. It's right here. So let's see if we can get it. You might be able to see a little bit of it. I don't know. The sun is really putting a glare on things right now, but massive chip in it, which is a bummer because now I have to reprofile the whole edge. And I mean, it's like a literal chunk missing. It's not a roll. It's an actual chunk missing out of the edge. Bummer. Crew wear, from my experience, is actually pretty decently tough. I've used many, many different crew wear knives, and this is the first one I've ever had chip out on me. I think it's just a mixture of it being treated so high and then being so thin behind the edge. I mean, this is like paper fucking thin. I don't know how thin. I don't know the BTE, but it is fucking thin. So, wicked bummer, right? Because reprofiling this is going to be a bitch. I don't want to reprofile it. I just got it 12 hours ago. Also, thank you, Jeremy, for this. Thank you so much. You're amazing, and I miss you and love you. But bummer that I already chipped it. So that gets into something I was touching upon, I think, last week in one of my videos, and that is that the geometry and thin and slicey obsession not only will blow over eventually, and I'm just talking about the obsession with it, like the logistics of it being a higher performer will never go away because that's just science. But like the obsession and almost pushing these blades too far will blow over, right? And this is a perfect example of that. So this, in my opinion, was either treated too high or ground too thin because I didn't do anything and it chipped. I don't know if maybe I literally like cut cardboard with it. Like, I don't even know what happened, and I didn't drop it. I don't know. I mean, I did cut one thing on my counter like this, like a push cut, but this is like a very specific chunk missing, and like if the counter had done it, I would have noticed, I guess. But yeah, so this is when it goes a little too far because this is a very expensive build. Hundreds of dollars put into this build. Hundreds. And, 12 hours in and we've already chipped the blade because it's too thin and it's too hard. And that's the issue with this obsession is like, I think we're trying to outdo each other and we're grinding things so thin and we're heating them so high that they are becoming brittle and they are breaking at times, and it sucks because I didn't want to have to fix this, but now I do. And that's why, in my opinion, getting a Chris Reeve that has a very nice heat treat, really great grind, you've got that nice hollow grind, really great blade shape, all that good stuff, and the overall quality. You can get this and then just simply alter the edge to 15 DPS and you have something that you don't have to be afraid of using that is, just the best quality, the best performance, the best all-around experience. Because that's the thing. We love building these knives. It's so fun to do these reblades and to rebuild these knives and to try to make like the ultimate high quality, fidgety, badass knife. You would think this is it. And, ideally it is, but the blade is kind of faulty. It's too much. And, this is all quality stuff. Like these scales are, some of the best that you can get for a 940. This blade shape is incredible. Crew wear is incredible. This grind, this company, from what I've heard, is awesome. But at the end of the day, is it something that I can fully rely on to actually get work done no matter what I throw at it? No. For an average user, for a blue-collar worker, for someone like me who doesn't really pay attention and hyper-focus on what I'm doing, mistakes happen, and now we have a chunk out of the blade missing. That sucks. So, for me, as kind of the average user, somebody who doesn't like baby their knives, someone who actually uses them and just uses them as a tool. I just expect the tool to do the job. Like, that's just what I expect out of my knives. Like, I pick it up, I want to cut something, not necessarily have to pay attention and then put it back in my pocket. That's what I enjoy personally in my user experience. And that's what Chris Reeve offers. A high quality user experience, but I mean, I just have never had to worry about using my knives. And I'm not just saying Chris Reeve is the only one that you can do this with. There are thousands of knives that you can use without being worried. This is just a prime example. I'm using these because these are what I'm testing right now. I can pull this out of my pocket, use it, and it doesn't chip and it doesn't roll and it doesn't nick, and then it's good to use again and again and again. And if I need it to be slicier, I just put a fatter bevel on it, and that's it. I don't have to worry about the edge rolling. I don't have to worry about anything. And that's what I really enjoy out of a knife. Because in my opinion, they are tools. They're just fucking tools. And they're tools that I enjoy, and they're tools that I, like making content on. But at the end of the day, they are knives and they are tools and they have a sharp edge because they're meant to cut. So that's kind of like my view on it. But some of this crap in the community is just a little excessive in my opinion. I mean, did you guys see that Microtech? I'm going to try to say this without like dying laughing. They are like tweaking M390 and making an M390 MK with Bowler for like their knives, and you just go watch the video. I don't want to say too much on it. Just go watch the video, or go watch like Laren's video on it. You're gonna die laughing, guys. It's hilarious. Like, some of the stuff coming into the community at this point is just hilarious. And it's trendy, there are just things that are trendy. Like, this is, I guess, a little bit trendy. Some of the new steel crap and tweaking things is a little trendy because it doesn't even make any sense. Like, being obsessed with geometry and this, like, super thin BTE and, there's only one way to sharpen and you got to do 8,000 things to get a sharp edge, and you should be able to cut through a paper towel and whittle a hair at your desk and, whisper sweet nothings to it and win $1 million the next day. It's just fucking hilarious. But this just kind of proves my point about what I was saying the other day in terms of, like, it's just become an obsession, and for people coming into the community that are just simply looking to be part of the community, like, don't pay too much mind to the hype and the obsession with thin knives and crazy high heat treats and all these exotic steels, because it may not work for you. That's just what I'm saying. That's my point. Some of them are fantastic. Some of them not so much. And, it's so easy to drop $600 on something because you have been told, okay, let me rewind. It is not, for me in my real life, that easy to drop $600 on something because I heard it was cool and trendy. That's not real life for me. But for some people it is. For some people, they have $600 to drop on a knife that, they are being told is going to be the best knife ever because it's thin and slicey and has a crazy high hardness. If you actually use your knives, just be a little bit wary, a little bit cautious, because sometimes if you're like me and you don't pay too close attention, you can breathe too heavily and chip your crew wear. So just something to think about. I love innovation. I love new technology. I love some of these new steels that are coming out. I think it's great. I think it's fun. I just also think that people get so carried away with it. And then it's like you get it and you use it and it's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I went to sleep, woke up, and there's a chip in my Maximate or my S110V or something, right? Like, it can just happen. And that's why I really like these kind of like middle of the road steels like S35VN, like S45VN that I don't really have to pay attention to. They still take a stupid awesome edge. They perform extremely well, and they're very easy to maintain. They are just a pleasure to use. They cut well, they're tough, they're just absolutely awesome. So, yeah, that's my video for today, guys. Again, happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you are happy and in love, whether it's with yourself or your partner or your knives or your dogs. I hope that you are very happy today. And I hope that you go use your shit. If you want to learn how to do this really cool lanyard knot, go watch Randy Johnson's video. I think if you just type in Randy Johnson lanyard knot, it'll come up. But this is, my favorite lanyard knot. I can't do it myself. I had to have my friend Nikki at work do it for me because she's perfect and she has like claws like this freaking long and she literally was able to do this knot. Like what the beep? That's impressive. I can't do shit like that. I can barely tie my own shoes. So thank you, Nikki, for doing this. But I think this just looks so nice on, especially a Sebenza. Like, gorgeous. So go watch his video if you want to learn how to do that cool little knot there. Jeremy, thank you again for this. I'm going to fix it up and use it and carry it, obviously. That'll be fun once I can actually use it. I think that's it. Oh, I will be doing a K390 sharpening for you guys. I brought it to work yesterday, and I used it to break down, like, a disgusting amount of cardboard boxes, purposely trying to dull it so that I could make the sharpening video for you guys that I owed you last month. I finally got it dull enough to sharpen, so I will be doing that sometime this week, but, probably later on in the week. And I will do a Slick-em-all update, because I have it in my Sebenzas currently, and I will say it's pretty badass. Like, my knives are smooth. I don't know who OCD for EDC is, and I have no affiliation with this dude. It was just like an ad thing that popped up on my YouTube, and I was like, I'll try it. And it's nice. Like, whatever the heck he's making in his kitchen is some smooth stuff. So I'll do an update on the Slick-em-all and maybe like a video applying it to one of my knives or something, but I've got a lot of good content coming for you guys. There's still stuff coming in the mail for the channel, but yeah, I think that's it. So go use your shit, guys. Learn how to sharpen your knives. Be friends with aliens. We all need friends. And I will see you on the next video. I love you very, very much. See you guys soon.